respiratory is I want to show y'all this. Will get your this will get your attention right here. This will definitely get your attention. All right, let's put this on the big screen. Let's put this on the big screen. This will get your attention. All right, lung cancer emphysema. Okay, the cancer appears as the whitish area, the large grayish-white mass, almost completely destroying the upper portion of this lung. The black color is the result of years of smoking. Emphysema is emphasized by the soft, irregular, spongy shape, which has replaced the normal, smooth lung contour. A pack-a-day smoker puts 1 quart of lung cancer-causing tars into his or her lungs every 1 quart. Okay? And this is what a person's lungs will look like if they're smokers. And if they get lung cancer, that's crappy looking, isn't it? Is that horrible looking? Oh yeah, that's horrible looking. Yeah. Lung cancer emphysema. Yes. Okay. All right. So now I wrote a paper on that lung cancer paper. Yeah, I enjoyed doing that one. I haven't gotten very far along in the Parkinson's one yet, though. Been too busy. But anyway, there's the lung cancer right there. Now, and that's kind of scary. That's kind of That's kind of lungs look like that? Ugh. Okay. All right. Now, our respiratory system. Introduction. Okay. Now, a couple of things right in through here. You already know this. Before cells can oxidize foods such as glucose, they must be supplied with, obviously, O2. You know, you remember in cell respiration, you all remember this already. You remember glycolysis, conversion of glucose to pyruvic acid, then oxygen enters the system, and then much more energy can be made in the form of ATP. Much more can be done. All right, so it can happen. Cells of the CNS, the central nervous system, and the heart are extremely sensitive to hypoxia. Cells of the heart and of the central nervous system are extremely sensitive to hypoxia. Okay? Without oxygen and anoxia, the brain cell. This is my children. You read about this every summer about a little 3 or 4-year-old falling in a swimming pool. You know, well, mama's out doing whatever, and the baby wasn't being watched, and they fall in a swimming pool, and by the time the child has been in the pool 5 or 6 minutes or more, and the parent get there and they can't revive the child. You know, the child's dead. You hear about that a lot in swimming pools. You know, kids walking around. These are part of the apartment complex where there's a swimming pool. Kids should never, children should never be left unsupervised. Never. I mean, you know, a child is a child. They're gonna do stuff, you know. And so, right here, without oxygen and anoxia, brain cells are dead within 3 to 5 minutes. They're dead within 3 to 5 minutes. And so, hypoxia is reduced oxygen. Anoxia is lack of oxygen. Okay, and so right in through there. Therefore, the primary function of the respiratory system, here's the function of it. The primary function of the respiratory system is to obtain oxygen and remove CO2. In other words, a woman, and I say a woman because my mother was a woman, obviously, and she had COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. She could breathe in air, but she couldn't get air out. And the carbon dioxide levels would elevate. Actually, the carbon dioxide would be the hydrogen ion levels would elevate, you know, and send her into respiratory acidosis, which was really bad. Okay, all right, so right here, CO2, you know, this is the primary function. Other functions include regulation of blood pH, and we'll talk a little bit about that. Voice production, obviously, the larynx, resonation of voice, obviously. Olfaction, hearing, in the respiratory, the cribriform plate of the ethmoid bone, you know, in the pharynx area, cribriform plate, olfaction, smelling, protection against, in other words, the hairs in the nose, the mucus, that protects against some microbes. You know, that's some of the things, but the mainest thing is the carbon dioxide, the exchange of gases. I mean, that's extremely, you know, obviously. Okay, so there's respiratory. Upper respiratory and lower respiratory. Upper respiratory, you see the way he's got an upper respiratory infection. Nose, pharynx. Lower respiratory would be larynx, a voice box, trachea, bronchi, and lungs. Upper and lower respiratory. Now, in micro, we'll be talking about viruses before long. And the rhinovirus, it belongs to the family Picornaviridae. Picornaviridae you have the enterovirus, which polio belongs to, and the rhinovirus. And the rhinovirus is, there's not a soul. Is there anybody in here that can honestly say in your entire life you've never had a head cold? Is there anybody who can say, I've never had a head cold? Where I'm sneezing and carrying on? No, everybody, you know, has had a head cold. All right, so, but anyway, that's the upper and lower. That's out of the book by Seeley, Stevens, and Tate. By Seeley, Stevens, and Tate, that is showing the upper respiratory, the nasal, the pharynx, the throat, and so forth, the nose, and all that sort of thing. And the larynx, there's the lower respiratory divided, larynx, trachea, bronchi. The larynx is also called the voice box. I've told you this, and I confirmed this with my brother-in-law, who's the older man, the ENT, nose, throat, and ear specialist. I've told y'all this, and I verified it with him. Did I tell y'all this about cancer of the larynx or voice box? I mentioned this to y'all. Cancer of the larynx or voice box is virtually unheard of in non-smokers. Cancer of the larynx or voice box is 99.999 a smoker's problem. And I know a little boy up in the country, his name's Ron. Old Ron. Ron liked to drink beer and smoke, did a few odd jobs around. Horse all the time. Old Ron, I'll think of his last name in just a minute. He had a brother that was a good guy. This guy was a good guy, just kind of, you know, kind of out there. One day I heard old Ron, well, he's down at John Seeley, and he didn't have any money at all. He's down at John Seeley in Galveston. What's the matter with Ron? Got cancer of the throat. Oh, really? Yeah, he survived it. Had his voice box removed. He survived the cancer. He walks around, hello, Ron. Hello, how are you? Punches this thing, you know, the voice, you know. He had to have his larynx or voice box removed. Okay, so there's the larynx. The larynx is primarily made up of one of the cartilages called the thyroid cartilage. It's responsible for the Adam's apple, which in men it's usually a little bit larger, of course, in women. And the male hormone testosterone is a reason for that. All right, but anyway, there's the upper and lower respiratory. All right, right here, that's from a cadaver, probably a smoker or lived in a polluted area or something. There's the right lung, the left lung, and so forth. That's just kind of showing there the lungs. Healthy lungs should be a pink color. They're a pink color when they're real nice looking lungs. Okay, in a cadaver. All right, everybody, embryology real quick. Now this right here, everybody, development of the respiratory begins at about 4 weeks of embryonic life. Now here's a question that's on your practice exam. Okay, now right here, this is the one right here. Now just a minute. Okay, I'm gonna read this. Okay, that word down there, laryngotracheal bud. That's the term that you need to kind of highlight. All right. The embryology develops as an outpouch. Now, an outpouching is a diverticulum. A diverticulum is an outpouching of the digestive just behind the pharynx or throat. The diverticulum, the outpouching, is where the respiratory begins, is called the laryngotracheal bud. Laryngotracheal bud is the name of that, okay? All right, so this is the way that looks, and it comes on. All right, the proximal end is the glottis. That's an opening, the glottis. The epiglottis, every time you swallow, when you swallow, any of you ever swallow and go down the wrong lane? What happens if it does? My mother used to say it went down the wrong lane. What happens if it goes down the wrong lane? You do this, don't you? You carry on. You know, carry on.